Here's another topic that was something that was actually recent as of making this live stream. Or as of this live stream, I meant to say, sorry. And that is the whole Playmates Gorosaurus. Yes. So yeah, we were gonna get a Gorosaurus. And of course, here's some images here. As you can see, we have Gorosaurus right here. Yeah, this is honestly probably a really great interpretation of Gorosaurus. Like, I will say this is not very accurate to the suit or anything like that. But it takes liberties from that design. It takes the design and makes it its own. And of course, when I see this toy, I see Gorosaurus. So yeah, I honestly do say that this is honestly a really great looking Gorosaurus. Now, there's a lot of things going on right now, or at least yesterday, from what I've noticed, and that is, and by yesterday I mean by July 21st, particularly. Yeah, it was there was a lot of things going on that day. Of course, there was the whole thing with the Gorosaurus. Many people were honestly pretty surprised and just kind of shocked that they canceled it. A lot of people were just like, dude, why would they cancel it? What happened? This and that. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, what the fuck? I don't freaking know. And honestly, when I look at this toy, I kind of get some vibes from Ururu from Dinosaur War Eisenborg. In case you guys do not know what that is, it's a tokusatsu show. I'll probably talk more about that show in a few other episodes of this podcast. But yeah, other than that, besides that, the prototype again just looks really good. Again, not too accurate to the Gorosaurus, but it's something in which you look at this and you say, yeah, I see Gorosaurus. It's not a bad interpretation of Gorosaurus. It's a pretty decent interpretation for the most part. Many people will say, oh, okay, why would they do this? That kind of sucks, this and that. And they kind of just accept, yeah, it got canceled, oh well. And, they're like, oh, we're getting the Bandai figure anyway, so, it's all fine and dandy. And be sure to keep Bandai in mind, because we're going to probably go back to that word later on, or to that company, my bad. We're going to go back into that company later on, because they kind of played a role in this whole sort of predicament. But there's actually some people that said that that it may not be canceled. Unfortunately, they haven't really provided anything to back up their claim. But it's something that should be minded of, I guess. So I mean, there many people are saying that it may be just a leak, like maybe it's still gonna be a thing, because they were able to get Jaguar, of course. So it makes sense that they would have this. So when it comes down to it, we really don't really know if this is gonna be canceled or not. Honestly, I do feel that it is canceled, but half of me kind of hopes that it's not. But at the same time, from what I was able to look up, and it all stemmed from a place that I don't really enter in a whole lot. I only ever enter it in to find some research of information that is necessary for a video. But this particular place where I found this information was in Reddit. Yes. Specifically on the r/Godzilla board. This was posted by someone called the Monster Master. He posted of this, and he replied to one of the people that commented on the post. And from what he was able to, and from what I know, is that apparently the prototype was canceled as to not interfere with Bandai's Godzilla Store exclusive Gorosaurus sales. So, yeah, remember that whole thing with Bandai? Yeah, they're kind of the reason why Gorosaurus, the Playmates Gorosaurus, is canceled. So Yeah, I mean, I guess I could kind of understand why they would do that, like to not hinder the sales. But at the same time, we got Jet Jaguar, and they made a Jet Jaguar and they made a Bandai Jet Jaguar figure. So it kind of like I don't know, like maybe like this is just a theory of mine. Maybe they're saying that maybe there's a lot of people saying that it's canceled, but maybe it's not. Maybe they're waiting for Gorosaurus to be released from the Godzilla store to be like fully established. That it's on sale. They're gonna wait for that, and then Playmates will come out and say like, "Hey, we're selling the Gorosaurus too." So that's kind of what I'm speculating, or at least that's what I'm thinking that might happen. But at the same time, if it's true that they canceled it, then we're most likely never gonna see it again. Yeah, we're never gonna see this sculpt again. This sculpt was, honest to God, probably the best interpretation we've gotten of Gorosaurus so far. Like many people can disagree. They could say whatever they want, but in my opinion, this is probably a decent design and a decent figure for Gorosaurus and for a younger audience. Um, it really does kind of sucks that it got canceled, but at the same time, it's like, what can you do? You know, it's already been established. It's already been canceled, and so there's nothing really much else we can do. I mean, what we can do at least is just to wait, I guess, or just accept reality and just be like, yeah, it's canceled. Time to move on and complain about something else, because that's what Godzilla fans do. uh, okay, maybe not all Godzilla fans, but I see some of you other Godzilla fans out there complaining about fucking toys on Instagram. What the fuck? Yeah, that's honestly kind of cringe. Not gonna lie, but other than that, once again, it's unfortunate that we lost a potential Gorosaurus figure from Playmates from an American toy company. But yeah, so now Gorosaurus now lays with the other canceled figures such as the Mecha King Ghidorah and the 1955 Anguirus figure from Bandai Creations that we also unfortunately were not able to get. So yeah, I mean it really does suck. It does suck.